Your First Alert forecast with meteorologist Kyle Dickens.
So I'm all about trying to stay positive, right? So at least we don't have tornadoes. I guess that's a good thing, right? No tornadoes today, but what we do have is some absolutely ridiculously oppressive heat. I don't know that there's any other way to describe it. Right now, the feel-like temperature passing the air temperature because all we care about is how it feels. 115 in Moline, 119 Davenport, Muscatine, 116 is what it feels like in Clinton. Maquoketa is so hot that we just don't have numbers, I guess, for up there. 109 Galena, miserable. It's a lot to do with that dew point because on top of the big-time heat, we got big-time humidity. Check this out. Dew point is 81 here in the Quad Cities. When we talk about it being tropical, it's more than that. Look what the dew point is in Miami, 75. The dew point of 81 degrees right now. I can't find any other reporting station that has a higher dew point than what we have here in the Quad Cities. Springfield coming close at 80, but 76 in Chicago, 77 Springfield, 79 in Kansas City. So the most humid air in the country is right here in the metro. Not something that we're proud to have, but hey, we'll get through it today, tomorrow, and then we got some nicer weather coming. Clear for now in the country. We are watching a little disturbance that might make its way through come tonight. We'll talk about that here in a second. What is all this going on? We've talked about the heat dome and the ring of fire. Well, what it is you get this big high pressure to build in the country, middle of the country. It's on top of us right now. What happens is you get this ring of storms that kind of follow along or around that. We stay dry, but what happens is, and the placement of this, we get built in, all this humid air gets pumped up from the Gulf, and of course it's hot. So good news, folks. There's a pattern change in store for us. Here's tomorrow. I think tomorrow we're going to have the best chance to reaching that all-elusive 100-degree mark. That's something to be proud of. But look at down south there. That white represents air temperatures above 105. So very dangerous heat even further to the south. But look at Friday. Okay, red is 90, so we're now backing into a little bit, even above average, but a little bit more comfortable. Watch this jet stream slowly starts to dip. With that, once we get to Saturday, we start pushing those temperatures further and further to the south. More comfortable air ahead. Maybe some rain chances, not looking great right now, but better options are there. Even the 6 to 10 day outlook, some good news, maybe below average on the temperature. It's the weather whiplash, something that we are used to here in the Midwest. Today, though, oppressive heat continues. By the time we get to 3 o'clock, 113, 114, this is actually underperforming, not good. We are seeing heat index values a little bit higher than this, so something that we have to take into mind. We might get to that 120 mark at some locations. 8 o'clock tonight, look at this. Still going to feel like 100 degrees out there when the sun is down. That is how hot it is. 10 o'clock, rather, 95. Little break in the nighttime. Tomorrow going to be another hot one. There is the triple-digit feel-like temperatures again for hopefully the last day, maybe a little bit Friday. Again, as I mentioned, we might have to dodge 1 or 2 storms tonight. Isolated, very conditional. Look at this. There's nothing showing up here, but a little weak wave is coming. We have a lot of hot air aloft, so think about it. A storm has to have cooler air aloft to rise. Don't really have that, but if we can get a little bit to get going, a little cooler air, especially to the north, we might get a storm to go. Exact track picking up on Friday. Maybe some storms moving through there as well, so we'll watch that, but then we stay pretty dry. For today, the Storm Prediction Center did edge a little bit of the area into a level 1 risk to the north. Again, very conditional. We continue with that first alert day through Friday, and then things start to cool down a little bit once we get to the weekend. 92 on Friday. Hey, I mean, that's cool for what we're dealing with now. 83, though. Look at that, 81 on Sunday. We can handle that, low 80s. So it's like I said, weather whiplash here in the good old Midwest.
Yeah, it is miserable.